roll it.
And we are rolling. Hey, Lee, what's going on, man?
Hey, Dylan, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Very cool. Hello, everybody out there. We had a false start. We started a few minutes ago, but the cat came up to be on the podcast. He came up and walked right over and ripped me open. He bit me and put a cut in me like that long, and it was bleeding like a motherfucker. And
yeah, he was rowdy.
He just can't. He says, "Come on, big kitty, it's time for the podcast." And he jumped up on the table, ran right over and bit me. And then he went outside. He was telling me he's over the podcast. I haven't given him any treats or whatever it is he expects for the podcast. He's unhappy.
He's a very complex individual.
An unsatisfied employee.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, he's got layers, that cat.
He really bit me, man. And then he bit me another time, too. I can wipe this blood up. See my bloody? See, everybody?
Wow, yeah, it's real blood, people.
Real blood.
It's not a prop.
Typo. Wow. I've been watching podcasts, I can watch podcasts and listen to people talk about their podcasts.
Yeah.
A really popular podcaster did a total meltdown yesterday. He says, "This is going to be the last show. I'm done with this." And he was like all freaking out because he's working 16 hours a day and 7 days a week. And everybody that works for him, he's got 30 people working for him. And he thinks they're not working hard at us, and they all just sort of sit around and eat and do whatever they do. And I was listening to him, and I was thinking, dude, you just need a vacation. Like when you get to that point that you're just totally fried, and you think,
right,
and you just go on a vacation, and then come back, and everything will look different.
Oh yeah.
So I hope he doesn't stop doing his podcast. He's very successful, one of the most successful podcasters. And he totally did a meltdown yesterday. I thought that was, I thought it was cool, but it was cool. It was interesting to see that, because the stuff he was talking about are the same stuff we talk about.
Right.
Like we talk about, we need more people to make the podcast better. And he's up to 30 people, and he's driving him crazy. It's fucking insane.
Wow.
And he has to make payroll for 30 people, and he's just like,
all
of a sudden his life is like a fucking pressure cooker.
Yeah.
So like it's a balancing act, but you do need people to do it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's crazy. But I can see, like a lot of these podcasts, I look at them, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, we have 50 people working behind the scenes," and this other people have 100 people working behind the scenes.
That's insane.
That's insane. It's insane.
I feel like you'd be good with maybe 5 or 6 people.
Oh, that'd be a huge amount of people.
Yeah.
But I'm in the restaurant business, and we have 150 employees.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I know, what that's like. It's fucking insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's totally insane. So I can really relate to when he's talking about it. And I realize, well, it doesn't matter whether you're podcasting or serving plates of food or whatever your business is.
Right.
The problems are always the same. You get so many people that the tail's wagging the dog, so to speak.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you think you're in control of your destiny, but you realize, no, you're the victim of your destiny, because you have all these people.
Yeah, that's right.
And then when you're doing that, and you see people just standing around or hanging out or sitting by the water bottle or wherever, but they're just kind of goofing off, you know what I mean? And the guys working 16 hours a day.
Jeez, yeah, it's
consuming. And he sees the employees sitting around, having fun and talking, and
right.
And you think, oh, yeah. So it's brutal managing people. I'm not very good at it personally. I don't have a real personal management style of a thing. And that was his problem too. He was talking about that, like he needs a CEO to run his company. And yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, it seems like he needs a vacation for sure.
Yeah, he needs a vacation, and then he can reassess his trip. But he's making all these decisions based on how he feels right now. He should go take a vacation, come back, and then do it. Go somewhere for 5 days or something.
Right. What are some places that you like to vacation, or places you'd like to go? Anything?
I'm sort of over going on vacations.
Yeah.
My whole life has been a vacation.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like I did the rock and roll thing, and
Right.
my whole life was a vacation, going to Hawaii, going to here. You know, I don't have a good perspective to talk on that because I had such a privileged younger life
Yeah. I
that
see.
when people were struggling, I was not. You know,
Right. Right.
and so I don't really have a really
Sure. That makes sense.
good perspective on that because my whole life has been like a vacation.
I see.
But yeah, there's times where I feel like that too. I feel like, you know, like with
Right.
the movie, I started feeling like that with the movie.
Oh,
like
okay.
the movie was so hard and it took us like
Yeah.
a year and a half to do it or something.
Right.
And there was times where I just thought, fuck, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But once we finished it, I got to back away a little bit. It was like a vacation, you know. But vacations, I like to go, you know, go to Florida, see my son, or
Yeah.
go somewhere like that, you know, see my kids or whatever. That'd be my idea of a vacation.
Yeah, I see.
You know, like last year, somebody asked me, says, meet us in Jamaica. We're going to go to Jamaica. And so they showed me the hotel they were going to stay at, and they showed me the beach they were going to stay at. And I was looking at all the videos of the whole area, and it was a famous area in Negril.
Okay.
And it was just looked like desolate. It was not the tropical side of the island to begin
Oh,
with.
really?
Negril was the desert side. So Negril was just toasted looking. And I thought it was going to look all tropical like Jamaica, you know. But no,
Yeah.
it was the dry side of the island. So it was just,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I just looked at it and I went, wow, I don't think I can do that.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm going to fly all the way to Jamaica to sit on this boring fucking beach. I mean, it was just a big, long, boring beach with no trees, no nothing. It was just a desert.
Oh, wow.
And I'm
Shit.
thinking, that's gross, you know. And then and then you go there, and everybody goes there, and they just get drunk all the time.
Yeah, I see.
They go sit in the sun and get sunburned the first day.
Right. Right.
So then the next few days they can't go in the sun, so they just sit inside and drink. And I think when I lived in Hawaii, I saw that over and over and over, and I thought, I don't want to do that. That's not my idea of a vacation.
Yeah, I see
I
what
used
you
to sit at this one place in Maui, which is gone now. The whole town burnt down.
mean. Right. Right.
But I used to sit in this one restaurant right on the street. I was there for like 4 months once. And I would go there every afternoon and sit on the street and watch the people walking along, you know, and I'd eat my afternoon lunch. And
yeah, that sounds nice.
it was really cool. But I wound up writing a song called Nobody's Smiling in Lahaina because what would happen, like all these cruise ships come in and all these people fly in.
Yeah.
And then every week there's like 50,000 new people show up in Maui,
Yeah.
or however many show up. And then the first day they all go get sunburned. And the next few days they just walk up and down the street in Lahaina because they're too sunburned to go in the sun. So they walk up and down the street and they're not smiling because they're sunburned. So that's how I wrote that song, Nobody's Smiling in Lahaina. So it's the same thing. Every week there'd be a whole new batch of people and they'd all get sunburned by Monday or so. And then they walk along the street all week long trying to get over their sunburn.
Yeah.
And then it was and I noticed that was the vacation that everybody got. And the next week there'd be a whole new crop of people. And the next week a whole new crop of people. And they just come over and over. Every week a whole new 20, 30,000 people, and they're all walking up and down the street.
Yeah.
And they're all sunburned, and none of them are smiling. And I thought, wow, and how much did that vacation cost? You know, like $1 zillion for people to go do their vacations and stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever record that song? Is that available anywhere?
No, I didn't.
That'd be cool to hear that.
I didn't even finish the song. It was more of a concept for a song than a completed song.
I see.
Are you here to bite me? Are you here to bite me?
It's the return of the cat.
The return of the bad boy. I'm not going to be bit by you. Once is enough. Man, he bit me so fucking hard. You're bad. You're bad.
You know, there's a lot of funny internet memes pertaining to orange cats. Apparently, it's a whole thing. People recognize orange cats as being like the crazy ones who
Oh, really?
do unpredictable stuff. Yeah, there's a whole joke about that online.
Oh, you're kidding. I heard
Yeah.
orange cats are really nice. I like orange cats, but this one is, he could be nicer. You could be nicer.
He's the orange of the orangest.
Anyway, So I don't know why I was trying to, how I got on that subject of Hawaii or vacations.
Yeah, we're talking about vacations.
Yeah, and this
Yep.
this podcast needed a vacation. So, but anyway, people go on their vacations and they all, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I've always wanted to go to Thailand. Never been there yet.
really,
But-
I have a really good friend that's really well connected there. In fact,
Oh, wow.
about 2 years ago, he died in Thailand from food poisoning.
Oh shit, that's right. I remember you mentioned that.
He was a great guy. In fact, he gave me the money to open Killer Shrimp.
Oh, that's right. It's that same guy. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, he was over in Hawaii. I mean, he married a Thai woman, and they'd been together over here for 30 years. Then they retired to Thailand, and he got fucking food poisoning and died. And they didn't eat at crappy places,
Right.
because they
right.
were,
Yeah, that's a shame. Sorry to hear
Imagine
about
food poisoning, though, can take you out.
that. Jeez, yeah. Who
And
would've
he was
thought?
super healthy guy, all thin and everything, but just the food poisoning can get so violent, your body just stops.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jeez.
I thought that was a real tragedy.
I know there's like a Japanese fish. It's one of those puffer fish, I think, where they have to cut it and cook it and prepare it just right. Otherwise, it could be poisonous.
Oh,
and
yeah.
lethal. So maybe it was something like
There's
that.
a few creatures like that in the ocean.
Oh, right, right.
Little boy. Hello, little boy.
Yeah, got to be careful. Shit.
Anyway, what a weird subject. Yeah. So I guess we won't be getting 30 employees here to do the podcast.
Right. Maybe that's too much.
That's too much. We
Yeah.
could use a couple of people, though. Anybody that lives here in Venice that wants to get involved, that has something to offer, should contact us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just bang on the gate. You all know where I live.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, it helps to have like a trifecta of people. It bounces around more like a triangle.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more conversational.
Yep. I noticed that on the podcast we were watching. There's like 3 guys on there. And,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's kind of conversational.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for just have one person on there just talking, But you pretty much have to have something to talk about
Right.
because it's not a conversation at that point. It's just a spew,
Yeah, more of a rant format.
a rant.
Yeah.
Rant TV.
Rant.
Yeah. Anyway.
TV.
And God, I was so shocked to hear that guy say he was going to stop his podcast.
Right.
And
right.
then as the show went on, I realized, he's just burnt out. He's just frying out because nobody's working hard. He's working 16 hours a day and shit is breaking and nobody knows how to fix it. And he's going, what the fuck? I got 30 people here and nobody can fix this shit.
Jeez, yeah.
It must drive him nuts, Anyway,
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating.
yeah. Yeah, it's a balancing act, like how to do a good podcast but not do fucking crazy,
Right. Yeah, I'd say probably a smaller handful of people would be better than having like a whole
Yeah,
team
well, they
of people.
grow to 30.
Right.
But then towards the end of the show, he was talking about he could do his one show with one person, and he could do his guest show with 4 people. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, a lot of shows. Wow.
who knows?
Lots of balance.
And that's what I was talking about the other day when I was talking about the podcast, is saying, am I ready to work 14 or 16 hours a day to make a successful podcast?
Right.
And the answer is no.
Yeah.
I don't want to work 16 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's fun when we do the podcast, but behind the scenes it'd be so brutal trying to book guests and do that whole thing. So I'm trying to find a balance so we can keep doing this.
Yeah, I see.
Because it looks like everybody has the same problems.
Right.
Everybody, it doesn't matter what your subject is or what your podcast is about.
Sure, yeah.
The logistical problems are the same for everybody
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
to a certain extent. So that's kind of good. It makes a common ground.
Yeah, we're all in it together.
Yeah,
That's
we're
it's
all
pretty
in it
fascinating.
together. Well,
I've been using this iPad more.
How's
thing,
that?
I think I like this better than like looking into the mirror because then I can like
Yeah, the
focus
mirror
on,
was
you know.
always kind of wanko.
Yeah, I gotta like look and like squint and try to see, and then move the mouse to look at the tiny like microscopic cursor in the mirror.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was your selection.
Yeah. I was trying. I thought it'd be better than the iPad, but I think ultimately this works better.
Wow. The kitty fucking bit me, you bad boy. You're a bad boy. You're such a bad kitty.
It's funny. He knows something's up when we start doing the podcast. He can tell that we're in a different setup than the usual.
Yeah, I
setup,
know.
and
It's
he
so funny.
reacts
We're not in the
differently,
doobie. We're not in the doobie mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like getting loaded, but when we get high, the podcast becomes like watching paint dry. We're like sitting here.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I can attest to that. Yeah, I didn't get stoned this morning, and I feel sharp as a tack. You know.
Sharp as a tack.
I was at the street sweeper outside. Oh yeah. I didn't realize they came today. What day is it today?
Today's only Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday today.
It doesn't
Shit.
feel like Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, I forgot. Hopefully, I didn't get a ticket.
Are you on? Which side are you on?
For some reason, I thought today was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, you better go out and check. I'll talk. Go
Yeah.
check your car.
Okay.
Because you don't want to get a ticket.
Yep. Gotcha. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm on my own here, everybody. This is how it would be if I was on my own with no Dylan or no nothing. Just me and the kitty. So, wow. Yeah, we're trying to figure this thing out because, yeah, we'd like to get a couple of more, two more hosts with us so we can interact and be more conversational, and then an occasional guest. But it would be really nice to have a couple of people, a couple of regular people that we could bounce shit off of. I mean, I don't mind talking by myself, but you know, you get over that over a while. Like we've done over 100 episodes now, and over 100 episodes, and my how do I explain it? I'm out of stories. That's how I explain it. Like 100 episodes, and I'm out of stories. Like how many stories can one person have? I have a couple of stories that are really slash. And I was thinking, if I tell those stories, it's really, really bad stories, but they're so good. And I was thinking, should I really tell those stories? I got one story that is so fucking insane. And I think, oh no, I don't know if I should tell that story. I want to tell it so bad, but I've been holding back on that one because it's salash. I love that word, salash. Salash. It is salash. So, what else? I don't know. So this is what it's like if Dylan wasn't here. I'd just be like a bump on a log, just sitting here talking and running my mouth and trying to think of what to say and who to talk to. I could talk to myself. Hello, Lee. How you doing? Anyway, yeah.
All right, we're good.
Oh, cool.
Yep, no ticket.
No ticket?
Yep.
No ticket, everybody. Dylan got lucky. Were you on the wrong side of the street?
Yeah, I was on the wrong side of the
Oh,
street.
you could have got a ticket. What time
Yeah.
is it?
Good question. It is
11
11
I got
o'clock.
a clock right here.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Oh, so you made it.
Yeah.
11 to 1 is street sweeping on this side of the street, and it's a brutal ticket.
You know, I realized why I had the mix-up because we started on Monday this
Yeah.
week, so it
It
shifted
felt
everything.
like it felt like Tuesday.
Felt like, yeah. Cool. All right, well, we're all set
Wow.
with that. That was good. Cool.
Well, I was really boring while you were gone. I hit the brick wall or some kind of wall.
Yeah, that's why I cut out the part yesterday when I was alone because I was just like, no, it's too weird. So I had to cut that part out.
Oh, you cut it out?
Yeah.
Oh, how funny. Well, you chickened out on me.
Yeah.
You cut it out. Now, what about my part? My part was pretty weird. You were outside and I was going, oh. Anyway. God. It's sunny outside today. It's so nice to see. The whole
yeah.
summer's been foggy, but the last 2 days have been sunny. It's been
that's
such
right.
a treat.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice when it gets better out.
I like it. Johnny came by this morning. We cleaned up the boxing ring, man. We were out there scrubbing the boxing ring with the brooms and the squeegees and the water, and we're squirting it. We were all wet, and we were out there really early this
Nice.
morning getting the boxing ring ready.
Cool. Yeah.
Getting ready for people to punch themselves.
You thinking about hosting another fight, another tournament?
Yeah.
Wonder if we should charge admission to the general audience. That can help generate some.
I don't know. Charging money. It's so weird to charge people money. It's you know what's so weird? Is how much tickets cost to see music.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Even tribute bands, the tickets are $1 zillion.
Yeah.
I think a tribute band, a band that plays cover tunes, a tribute band gets zillions of dollars per ticket.
Right.
I think what's the world coming to? Anyway, I noticed that tickets are so expensive, and it seems like in today's world, it seems like everybody should play for free or something. You know,
Right.
almost free. Or
Yeah, we went to go see a tribute band. It was like $50 a ticket.
Yeah,
for a tribute band.
to see people play cover tunes.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. And what else is so weird is all these bands out there touring are all these old bands. Are the young bands touring too? Are there
Good
any
question.
young bands that are popular now?
Yeah, good. I feel like rock and roll isn't as big and
It
mainstream.
isn't as focused
as it used to
because
be.
it's so vast now, right?
Yeah, right.
It used to be focused. There was a handful of record companies,
Right,
and a
right.
handful of acts got promoted. Everybody else was not even in the ball game. So,
Right,
so the
right.
focus was on a handful of acts. But now the internet is just blown it wide open. There's people everywhere playing music, but you're right. It's different. The music business is different. I don't see, I don't know who the great bands are right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I go to new releases all the time. So I listen to iTunes new releases every week for the last 9 or 10 years.
Yeah.
I've been going in there, grabbing songs,
Yeah.
trying to hear what's happening. There's some great shit out there, but it doesn't translate into like bands.
Right. Right.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the hard rock, heavy metal guys today are almost like they're trying to recreate some of the vibes from the hair metal of the 80s and the 90s, and it's almost like old hat, It's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Don, do you think, how every now and then something new comes along and blows the lid off everything?
Right. Yeah.
Well, like hip hop sort of blew lid off everything, but it's taken a long time because the first hip hop was in the early 80s.
That's right. Yeah.
So here we are 40 years later,
Right.
so it's taken a long time to become relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, don't bite me. What the fuck? Go away. I don't want to be bit. This cat is really being weird to me. Look, I like you. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Don't growl at me. I don't know what to do. I'm doing this because I don't want to get bit. I've been bit twice. He got me this morning here, and he got me today. Something's wrong with him. He's angry.
Battle scars.
Why are you angry today? Anyway.
We gotta get
So
this microphone.
I don't know about music, but I listen to it every week, and I go to new releases and I listen to all the songs, and I find the greatest songs, and I don't even know who the bands are. Now, young people probably go away. Young people probably they probably know better than me what bands. I just don't know what bands are really happening.
Yeah, you don't really have like the guitar hero that everyone knows, or like the AC/DC or the Van Halen. You don't really see much of that today.
It doesn't seem like a currency. Like
Right,
virtuosity seems like not a currency. It used to be a real currency.
Yeah.
If you had virtuosity to your playing style, well, don't bite me. Go away, please. I don't want to be bit. I don't want to be bit. I don't want to be bit by a kitty. Yeah, he's being weird today. He's already got me twice, bled me twice. So I don't want to be bit by the kitty. But I often wondered that. Like, I listen to a lot of music, and I go to new releases and I listen to songs, and I find songs I really like, but it's just like, it's obscure artists and stuff.
Right.
But maybe I'm just lame and out of it, and I don't know who's who. Like, a lot of those bands, I see the artists, I don't even know who they are, but some of them put out really good stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
There's
difficult.
an audience for everything.
Hey, hey. Kitty is the kitty. I'm sorry, everybody, but I don't want to get bit. The kitty's got you got a funny look on your face. Anyway.
We gotta have a kitty cam.
Kitty cam. We
Close-up
need a
of his
kitty
face.
cam right over here. Just
Yeah.
sitting here, right, looking at the kitty. Angry kitty cam. Angry kitty cam.
Wonder if it's possible to hook up iPhone to Ecamm. Might be doable, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
What would that do?
Oh, you could have an iPhone set up to record Orange. Get a little kitty cam. It'll just be another window.
Fuck, I could get a slow motion of him biting me.
Yeah,
Man,
that'd
he
be
bit
cool.
the fuck out of my arm. He really did get me good.
Jeez.
Okay, this is what it's like when you're just talking shit. I guess we'll go.
Cool, yeah.
Thanks everybody for being here. We'll be back. Oh, we won't be back the rest of the week because we have stuff to do. We'll be back next week. So I hope you all come back next week and hear us. We might have more to talk about than we have to talk about this week.
Yeah, we were thinking of doing like each week you and I watch a different movie or show or something and we can
Yes.
talk about it. I can learn about your thing you watched. You can learn about
Yeah, I'll
mine.
watch a movie and you'll watch
Yep.
a movie, and then we'll both come in and talk about the movies we watched.
Yeah, that
We'll
sounds
do
great.
that one day a week.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And
I like
yeah,
that.
that should be fun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'd like to do that with songs too. I was
Sure.
thinking about that
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
because I go into iTunes all the time and I find these really cool songs, but I don't share them. I might maybe people out there, maybe you'll like the songs I like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm sort of R&B flavored, you know. In the old days, I used to listen to Otis Redding and Aretha, and when everybody was listening to what they were listening to, I was listening to R&B because I was a little organ player kid, and that's where my head was at. So,
Yeah.
so it would be good, you know, to yeah, it would be good, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'll in fact, yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll do a movie. Oh, I know we do one day a movie day and one day a music day.
Yeah, that sounds like a good format.
Do you listen to music?
Oh yeah. A lot of stuff I listen to is like from the 90s.
Oh.
You know, so I've got like older stuff that I listen to, 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't want to do a nostalgia show. Sorry. I want to listen to new stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you listen to any new stuff? No.
Nope. I have no interest.
There you-
I like 90s, 80s,
There you have it, folks.
70s.
Dylan went to the School of Rock. I know I always repeat that, but I'm so impressed by that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I'm impressed. Can I tell you a story?
Sure. Yeah.
Listen, Dylan's father came to him and his brother, and they were not playing music or nothing. He shows up with a couple of guitars and goes, "Here, you guys, you're going to the School of Rock."
That's right.
I mean, whose father does that? You know what I mean? Like, people, like, last thing they want their kids to be is musicians, you know? And so Dylan's father comes to him and his brother and says, "You guys are going to the School of Rock."
It was great. We learned how to play guitar and sing on stage. And
What? That is the
jam.
coolest thing for a parent to do. I mean, that's really the coolest thing for a parent to do.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Lee. Yeah,
I really liked your father. I met him, and he's such a great guy.
Yeah,
and,
thanks.
and it's so cool. It's so cool that he did that. I don't know anyone
Yeah.
that their parents did that had parents that were that cool. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I know people that have pushed their kids into music and stuff, but that's different. I mean, You guys were total outsiders. And
Right.
he just came to you. Imagine that, man. You're 14 years old. And your father comes to you and goes, bam, here's a guitar. You're going to the School of Rock.
Yeah.
What? Well, what were you doing before that?
So I started music when I was like in 4th grade. I learned how to play the trumpet. So that's where it all began.
But I mean, basically, what were you guys doing as kids at that age when he showed up and told you that? Well, did he do it to change your course of direction? I wonder why he did that.
Well, he's a big fan of bands like Eric Clapton and the Moody Blues, and he grew up in that era,
Yeah,
so he's got a
he's
profound.
my age.
Yeah, he's more of a music enthusiast. He doesn't necessarily play guitar, but he loves guitars and collecting guitars, and
That's the most amazing story, man. I'm so impressed. In fact, when I heard that story, I was so looking forward to meeting your dad. And when I met him, I was going, yeah, dude, you're the man,
yeah, it's a good way to get kids out of their shell. You force them to go up on stage in front of a big audience.
Yeah, I wondered if he thought you guys were headed in the wrong direction, if he did that to head you off, or if he just did it because of his love for music.
Yeah, I think it was because of love for music. He wanted us. We were playing soccer too. We grew up playing soccer and doing the music lessons. Those
It
were two.
really served you guys well,
Oh yeah, it changed my life going to the School of
and
Rock.
your brother's life
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely.
That's amazing story.
Yeah, it was a lot of
It's an
fun.
amazing story.
It was the Wilmington School of Rock.
People's parents can have such a dramatic effect in their life. Like, think about that. He was cool enough to do that and
Right.
had the foresight to do that.
Yeah.
And he's not a dumb guy. He's a lawyer. He became a lawyer and then he stopped doing that
Right.
and did other things. I mean, he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah, and I'm so impressed that he did that. I know I'm carrying on here, but
Well, no, I appreciate it.
I really liked that. Yeah, I didn't send my kids to the School of Rock, and my kids don't play music. Isn't that weird?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ever have an interest in it, or it just
No.
wasn't in the cards? Yeah.
Well, Kevin played in a band for a while, but it was just like one of those bands of all kids of famous people.
Okay. Yeah.
What do they call it? They call their band nepotism or something. it
funny.
was some stupid name, but he was in a band with Roy Orbison's son and Jerry Williams' son, who was a super talented kid.
Wow.
He died, but he was really talented. And Kevin played bass in that band, and they went to Japan and did tours and stuff.
Oh wow, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's
And,
substantial. Yeah.
that was kind of cool. But he really wasn't a musician in his heart. You know what I mean? He just did it because
I see.
he did it, and his friends were doing it, and their fathers were all
Right.
successful, and
Right.
but they yeah.
It was a great education at School of Rock. Not only do you learn how to play an instrument, but you learn a lot about songs and bands and albums from various time periods. Mostly it was a lot of classic stuff. We did a Beatles show. We did a Led Zeppelin show. I did a Clapton show, Black Sabbath. So yeah, a lot of classic rock bands. So it was very prevalent, and I grew a profound appreciation for all that stuff.
And before that, did you have an appreciation for that music, or did that really solidify?
Great question. So I think right before that, that's when my dad had showed me his binder full of CDs that he'd burned while he was overseas, and that's when I was completely opened up to the world of Hendrix and Pink Floyd and Zeppelin and even Fish was in there. So it's like all kinds of bands, and so that really started it. And then it was from that point on, it was like a domino effect, and it became more and more classic rock, School of Rock, guitars. It's just rest is history.
Hey, somebody sent me a poster recently. It was a little poster, but it was a poster of a gig I did at the Fillmore
That's right. Yeah,
with Pink Floyd.
that's amazing. Man.
I didn't even know who Pink Floyd was back then, and I did this gig with them, and I didn't realize I even did a gig with Pink Floyd until just like 2 weeks ago. Somebody sends me this poster, and it shows this poster, and it shows Pink Floyd on the poster, and I'm going, oh fuck, I played with Pink Floyd. I didn't even know it.
Very impressive.
Shows you how high I was back then.
Right.
Pink who? Yeah, Pink Floyd. Anyway, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, God, amazing stuff. So we're going to talk about music, and we're going to talk about movies, and
Yeah, that sounds great, man.
we're going to get high.
It's a good format.
Not on the show, though.
Right.
We've had to cancel a couple of shows because we were so high. It was such duddy shows.
Right.
And then a couple of times we were so high we forgot to press record. and that's when you really know you're high. You know, you do the whole show and you forgot to press record. So anyway, it's fun.
You know, it's funny. Seth Rogen, he's one of the prominent weed smokers in Hollywood. But I heard an interview with him, and he said that when they're working on stuff, they realize it's better to just smoke after you're done at the end of the day.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, because they get too stupid and it affects their ability to perform. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. You know, we've been pretty stupid here a few times.
Yeah, I've been so dumb, and like I realized when I'm that stoned, I'm more in the mood to like listen and watch things and kind of zone out and just
exactly.
zombie out, and I forget. Oh shit, I'm on camera. I gotta talk, but I'm fucking stoned.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you next week. This has been fun.
Yeah, good episode today.
I hope you all enjoyed just hanging out with us, because that's what we're going to do. We were starting to stress out because we didn't have subjects to talk about.
Right,
but then we realized we just want to hang out and talk. And
yeah, I realize that too. It's clear to me now.
so, like we're really hard on ourselves. Like after the
Yeah.
podcast, we look at them and stuff and we go, oh, look how horrible we are. We got to say, okay, fuck it. Quit being down on ourselves and being so critical of every word out of our mouths, you know? Like what we really want to do is just hang out with all of you and tell you stories, and every now and then a story. Oh, while you were out parking your car, I was telling him I had this really great story, but I've really been holding back on it, my Florida story.
Oh, wow, the Florida story.
And
yeah.
I don't know if I should tell that story or not. Oh.
We'll sleep on it.
Yeah. Hello, big kitty. Here's the big kitty who's a biter. Now all of a sudden he's in a good mood. He's not in a biting mood.
Yeah,
a few minutes ago he was in a biting mood. He was biting like a motherfucker.
He's ready for prime time now.
Prime time kitty. Okay, everybody. We're going to get out of here. I know I've said that 4 times, but it's really truth. 3, bye, big kitty. 2, bye, Dylan.
Yep, see you, Lee.
1, poof.